Morning. As you said, I'm the executive director of Puente, but I need to give some context. Our organization is on the south coast of San Mateo, and it is about 50% Anglo, 50% Latino. And I think the challenges with our community have been since 2010 that it is a community that has wished and benefited from being in the shadows, also depending, on the administration that is leading our country. And since 2016, everybody was really trying to stay off the radar as much as possible. So we went into census with all the hopes and all the expectations, but we knew it was going to be hard. And so our community is a hard to count one. We also have a geographical spread out for about 164 square miles. Is very big, and so it takes a long time to go one ranch and then more than an hour to go up to the ranch on the other end. And the biggest reason and the biggest, I think, information that we have been using to convince our community to participate in census, in addition to empowering them and all that, is that we are definitely undercounted. In 2010, you can find our community has 1,900 residents. And even though our community is small, we usually talk about 4 unincorporated towns. We know that just from the people that our community resource center serves, it's about that amount. It's about 1,600. And when we have done the math of people in the area, we estimate that there's between 5,000 and 6,000 people. So we're missing a lot of people. So in 2010, our response rate was 33%. Right now we are at 46.1%. And it was very hard to get there. Like every person answering the census in our area counts. Some of the challenges are, and probably the biggest one that I see, is that the forms themselves are not being mailed to PO boxes. And our community is rural. We all get our mail in PO boxes. There's a few people in the downtown area that actually get their mail delivered to their homes. And then, of course, we had an original plan. Part of the original plan, some of the strategies that have worked out for our community is definitely to have community promoters that were able to reach out directly at the homes of people and talk to them about census. We always have to do everything bilingual in our organization. So our teachers are bilingual, our flyers are bilingual, our social media is bilingual. That takes more effort, but it is the only way to reach out to those members of the community that we want to reach out so that they can get counted. The other challenge is there's this trust, particularly if people come from other countries where they have been ignored, or they feel that their voice have not been heard and they don't count, or that even if they vote, they feel that they're not represented. All these experiences carry on when they come here too. And so some of the farm workers and I have conversations, and they really feel that it's better that they don't participate, that they are afraid that they are going to get their information to another department that should not have their information, or that the government is gonna do whatever and they're gonna continue ignoring them. So there's a lot of conversations on one-on-one that need to be happening. We had planned to get the community together on a large kickoff, which in the past has worked for Puente for many different projects. And so that was on April 1st. As you know, all this got canceled. And so we ended up actually making, as someone mentioned, like going back to the board and figuring out what we were going to be doing to reach out to the families. So for better or for worse, in this particular case, COVID gave us an opportunity to meet people every week. We have a food distribution. There's about 200 households that come every Thursday. And we ended up getting, between the promoters and some of our staff and then volunteers, actually work with people on the car and answer the survey, on phones. We don't have good Wi-Fi, which is another challenge. So we tried iPads and it was not working. So then get your phones up, and that's what we use. And then the latest challenge was that our community, we were talking to everyone and giving them the messaging to answer the survey, even if we didn't have an ID number, because we were not getting our mail. And then 3 weeks ago or so, we started getting the forms actually in the doors, and people were very confused about whether they needed to answer the forms, or if because they already answered it online, they were fine. And so a lot of messaging and a lot of updating information. And, there's a lot of informal communication. There's not one platform that works in my community. Some people are on Nextdoor, some people are on Facebook, some people are not in anything. Most people have a phone. So something that has worked for us also, we use this tool that is called Talking Points, that is mostly for schools to use and to communicate in different languages. So you send your message in English and the people have their phone set up for whatever language and they get it in that language. So that we started using as we couldn't be spending time in person with people. And we also instituted something that really, it was not part of our original plan, which was phone banking. And fortunately, we have some subgroups of databases about our community. So everyone that participated in the school supplies backpack drive from last year, there's about 250 kids that got school supplies. So we hired someone to just start calling all those families that participated in the program to target them to answer the census over the phone. And then we have another subgroup of people that participated in our English classes. So we started texting those folks. And so it's been really, I think, addressing the target very, very specifically with communities. Now, fortunately, now our community promoters are going out again. And so we had college students that in any other time that were going to be working in the summer saving for college, that right now they are available in the community and not easily hired. And we needed help to start going again door to door. So we actually hired 4 college students so that they can help us do the target